That's okay. So, as a city that's more famously known for reds and blues, everyone can't have helped but notice we've become yellow for Eurovision. So I thought it'd be interesting, as we're all familiar with that now, to look back over a couple of decades and take a dozen or so examples. Since 2002, each host country of the contest has devised its own unique theme and brand for the event, with varying degrees of creative ingenuity and success. Some of it was horrible. So these are, a lot of the stuff I'm going to talk about has been taken from official documentation for Eurovision, like programs and things. So I'm going to paraphrase from all sorts of different languages. And so some of the language is a bit clunky, but it's to give you an insight of all of these different examples, or a dozen of them. So in 2005, the Ukraine said that each year Europe unites for a song extravaganza where countries share a unique fiery bloom. As Ukrainian legend goes, beautiful fluorescent ferns and open up like fire, and that was the theme of Awakening. When Greece did it in 2006, they used this stylized Phaistos disc, which was combined with musical waves, and the colors were representative of beaches and green for nature. As you can see, a lot of bollocks with all of this stuff, but you know, that's what designers do. When Germany did it in 2011 with Feel Your Heartbeat, the contest had transcended political and cultural boundaries, and more than half a century, participants speak 36 languages, but all share the universal language of music. And it was Feel Your Heartbeat. Sweden used a butterfly to represent coming together in happiness with music and good times, whether it was people you love now or people you've never met in a room, town square, arena, or from the comfort of your sofa. What that's got to do with a butterfly, I don't know. When Denmark did it in 2014, their aim was to bring Europeans together during Eurovision week, creating insights into each other's lives and cultures with a welcoming atmosphere and environment, both in front of the TV and the country's host city. It was all about joining us, #join us. For Austria in 2015, the graphic visually represented the slogan, depicting constantly forming relationships that allowed for new encounters. I'm running out of breath here, but you can read it on the screen. It was about building bridges. And Ukraine, again, they have won quite a few times. Their theme in 2017 was to reflect the contest's inclusive values and celebrate the commonalities and unique differences, and celebrate diversity, which is such a huge part of Eurovision. When Portugal did it in 2018, they came up with a very cartoon-like logo that was very different, that was sort of representing their kind of nautical history. And that worked really well. In fact, they liked their logo so much that they actually had 12 logos that year, which sort of worked. I was at Eurovision that year, and it was great because you could just see all of these different designs. It was a bit Pokemon-y. People would buy 12 T-shirts rather than one. When Israel did it in 2019, they really spoke a load of bollocks about triangles, found in art, cosmology, and nature, representing connection and creativity and intersecting to form a single, blah, 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 blah. Dare to dream. And this is the most complex one for the Netherlands. The logo evolved from the previous one, where each segment is made up of two colors from the flag of each participating country, and its position was determined by the angle and distance from Rotterdam. See, this clever designers, these. And last year's Italy the ornate typeface was a reference to Italian design. And you probably can't see it there, but the Italian flag was very, very watered down, so there's very subtle red and green in there. But it all got a bit lost in a kind of muddy mess, really, which brings us to a nicer design for this year, which is called... Come on. We all know what it's called this year? United by Music. So the multi-heart symbol was inspired by research that showed that live music can cause hearts to synchronize and beat in unison. The hearts form a sound wave capturing the universal spirit of the contest. United by Music demonstrates the unique partnership between the Ukraine and the host city, Liverpool, to bring the 23 contest to a global audience and the power of music to unite communities. But behind that, the typeface itself is called Penny Lane. And that was it. That was inspired by Liverpool's iron-cast street signs. It was also a typeface that was used on sort of Mersey beat graphics from the 60s. So there's a lot of sort of theory behind the design. So thank you very much, and spasiba.